That's the mastermind. That's what the mastermind and co-conspirators of the September 11th attacks will get in a plea deal just announced after decades of litigation.
And that's not sitting too well with some families of those killed in the attacks. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
Anger from some families of 9/11 victims after word that the alleged mastermind of the 9/11 attacks and two other defendants have accepted a plea deal to avoid the death penalty.
We're the ones that suffered the loss, but they're making deals for them, for what they want.
The victims' families were notified in a letter explaining that Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who was captured in 2003, along with Walid bin Attash and Mustafa al-Hawsawi, have agreed to plead guilty to all of the charged offenses, including the murder of the 2,976 people. All three are held in Guantanamo Bay, where they're expected to remain for the rest of their lives. Terry Strada's husband was killed on 9/11. She says her family deserves a trial.
What happened today was Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and the other two that fled out, they have a victory today. And I don't think we ever should have given them any type of victory.
But the case of the 9/11 conspirators has been plagued by legal challenges and delays for years. Patrick White, whose cousin died on the plane that crashed in Pennsylvania, saying, "I've made my peace with it," life in prison along with an admission of guilt. The ACLU noting the controversial interrogation techniques used after 9/11, saying for too long the U.S. has defended its use of torture and unconstitutional military tribunals at Guantanamo Bay. The torture of these defendants makes this plea both necessary and just. Dan DeLara's twin brother was a Port Authority officer who died trying to rescue people in the North Tower.
Billions of dollars in property damage, 3,000 dead in an international community. And the United States government is worried about if they poured water on him.
The Biden administration says it played no role in the plea agreement. 9/11 victims' families were also in court yesterday for a civil case trying to hold Saudi Arabia accountable for its role in the attacks. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.